whatever it was he was dealing with is done now. Like, he's not dealing with it anymore, the shoulder soreness. It's just he's got a routine. I would imagine the routine, when you get north of the age of 40, gets even more regimen-driven, strict, sticking to steps in the process of getting ready for the season. And he's a couple of weeks behind right now. He's a couple of weeks behind in that process.
And it served him well being so meticulous when he came back from Tommy John surgery or whatever. Remember, it wasn't specifically the same as UCL, whatever technicality they were trying to sell for a while there. When he came back from surgery the first time, he ended up being a few days late from opening day, and it was all known well in advance. But in that instance, he said, hey, I know my body really well. We're going to stick to this schedule. We know that this is what works. It feels like now it's acknowledgement that, a couple years later, maybe the same schedule for various things doesn't work, and I got to stretch things out a little bit. I think where it would be interesting headed into the season, assuming that he's healthy within the first couple weeks of the season, is he a little less married to wanting regularity in his schedule? Is he way more open to going on the sixth day? And this is where I think it's going to be a lot of the same as it was last year for Espada. The challenge as a manager is going to be, okay, we've got plenty of names that we like in this starting pitching lineup. It's just exactly how do we shuffle them in and out while keeping them sharp and at the same time giving these guys rest and dealing with various injuries, not to mention the reintroduction of Lance McCullers and Luis Garcia at some point. It's going to be Espada's going to he's got to buckle up, because you know how Astros fans are, like any other fans in the world. He's not going to handle it the right way. No matter how perfectly he handles it, Espada will not receive approval for shuffling pitchers around and having to deal with haphazard availability.
Unless they're winning. If they're winning, then all is fine.
Point.
Unless they're winning. No, I get it. It's not going to be perfect. There will be naysayers out there. But there were loud drum beats last year when Dusty was doing things. If they're winning, I think it'll be okay. But I think you're dead on, Seth.